If I had to go from $0 to $30,000 per month again, here is exactly what I would do step by step. If you don't know me, my name is Fazio. In the past 3 months, I've made $2.423 million. And what I want to do is walk you through exactly everything I would do, handheld, step by step, if I had to go from $0 to $30,000 per month again. If you don't know me, I run a software company called ListKit and a coaching company called Client Ascension. Client Ascension has results, pretty much hundreds of case studies, people reaching 5 figures a month, a whole bunch of these. This is my business partner Andre's channel. You can go watch those if you want to see them. And what we're going to go over is coming up with an offer, getting traffic, the sales process, and scaling. And if you already have an offer, just skip to number 2 in this video. There's going to be timestamps. But for people who don't, I'm going to walk you through my idea of creating an offer and how I think of it. So let's start with the offer. I would only choose a service that actively has demand. And this is the primary issue where a lot of people will come into, and the reason why their thing never scales is that they're trying to sell something that has no demand. They come up with something just completely random with no proven demand at all, and they think it's going to be the next big thing like the next Facebook. It doesn't work like that. You need to sell something that already sells, that already has demand. You see what I mean? Let's walk through just some examples. Copywriting, email marketing, LinkedIn ghostwriting, plus lead gen, YouTube scripting, editing, ideating, UGC static ad creative. So I would not choose something like ads because ads require the prospect spend substantially more money. And unless you have case studies or proof of prior expertise, it will be considerably more difficult to get them to purchase this from you. Cold prospects will not be comfortable with the idea paying you money on top of needing to spend thousands of dollars on ads, right? You have no authority, so people are not going to spend substantially more money with you. If I did have case studies and expertise, which I personally do, but you might not at this exact moment, I would be doing done for you ad writing, funnel creation, and media buying for $10,000 per month plus 10% rev share. But unless you have expertise and results like me, where I've already spent millions of dollars on ads and made millions of dollars, nobody is buying that from you. So we'll skip past that for now. For this video, we're going to focus on the example of using LinkedIn ghostwriting plus lead generation. Let's map this offer out. The deliverables will include writing 5 long form posts weekly for the client, designing the post to lead into their offer and generate demand for their offer, meaning you need to learn direct response copywriting, designing images and PDFs for some of the posts inside Canva to increase reach, responding to the comments on all their posts, and accepting connection requests and managing their DMs to set sales appointments, right? Pricing. I will start this out at $1,500 per month with plans to increase to $2,500 per month gradually as we sign clients and get case studies. Let me walk through the logic as to why I chose this exact pricing. So $1,500 is not a lot of money. It's a psychologically easy number to look past. It's also a high enough number to warrant actually being meaningful for yourself. So it's not a lot of money for a person running a business, and it's enough to be a lot for you. You see what I mean? It's a perfect sweet spot to operate right in the beginning. So as you begin charging prices in the $2,000 to $3,000 per month range, the amount of proof and deliverables you must provide exponentially increases. You see what I mean? So this is a problem. So $1,500 is still an impulse purchase range. It won't require too much thinking from the prospect, which will make our sales process easier later on. You see what I mean? It's a really good price point to start at. And because we're just starting out, we can't afford to have longer sales processes. We need the cash rolling in to get the scaling process started as soon as possible. It's a really good price for beginners to start at. $1,500 is a really good price. All right, cool. Let's talk about getting traffic. Because we don't have any client case studies, and because you don't have any past accolades or achievements to lean on, the only thing of value we have to give is our labor. You see what I mean by this? So we will be using service-based lead magnets to get clients. Let's compare this to a standard lead magnet is when you create some asset and give it away for free. So for instance, something like a guide on how to get leads on LinkedIn. But because again, you don't have any case studies or results, nobody cares what you have to say about LinkedIn, thus rendering any lead magnet you create not valuable. Because you don't have any achievement under your belt, anything you say is just by nature not valuable at all. The only thing you have of value right now is your labor. That's fine. We're going to exploit that to the maximum effectiveness. So instead, we must create them the only thing of value you do have, which is labor. You see what I mean? So a service-based lead magnet is where you give somebody a free piece of work. The purpose of this is for them to use that free piece of work, see that it works, thus leading them to want more of it so that they continue to get those results. You see what I mean? So you will be writing free LinkedIn posts for people. Let's walk through a financial model of this. So this is the service-based lead magnet. So the link to this sheet will be in the description. If you want to play with this yourself, you need to go to File, Make a Copy. Don't request to edit the sheet. Make a copy, and then it's your own sheet. You see what I mean? I mean? So free work direct DMs. Let's walk through this. It costs labor or money to create a free piece of work, right? Let's say it costs 30 minutes for you to make a free piece of work. And we'll assume you're $100 an hour. You aren't actually, but we're just going to use this as an easy number. So let's say, let's keep this super conservative. Of the amount of free pieces of work you give, 15% of those people will book a call with you. On those people who get in a call, 20% of those people will close to paying you money. You're $1,500 per month. Your average gross profit margin, you don't have any employees yet. We're gonna put this at 90. And then your average customer is gonna stay for 6 months, right? Which means your churn is gonna be 16.67%. And your lifetime gross profit on a customer is $8,100. So let's map this out. Let's say that you're gonna do 10 of these a week. That would be $40 a month. So your delivery cost is $2,000 of labor, right? Now what this would result in is 6 calls. You'd get 6 people to schedule a call with you doing this, which will lead, because you close 20% of those, one person will become a client. So your cost per call on your labor would be $333. Your cost to acquire somebody would be $1,667 if you're valuing your time at $100, which means you get a 4.8x return. This is how the cash flow would be modeled out, considering that there will be at least a 4-week sales cycle. What does that mean? It means somebody gets a free period where they get in a call with you, and they're not going to pay you until about 4 weeks on average after the call. It's called a sales cycle. Every single offer on the planet has a sales cycle. So this is how this works out. Cash flow week 1, minus 500. Week 2, minus 500. Week 3, minus 500. Week 4, you finally close someone, but you're still delivering the free work in that, so it's subtracted from the 1,500, so it's 1120. Minus 500, minus 500, minus 500. 2 months later, you're at 2740. You see what I mean? Why is this important to model it out like this? Because everyone will start doing this and they're gonna quit right here, week 1. 90% of you will quit on week 1. So of the remaining 10% of you, 50% of you will quit here, right? So now there's only 5% remaining. Another 50% of you will quit here. So now there's only 2.5% remaining, right? So 2.5% of you who actually commit to doing this will arrive finally to week 4 and make any money at all. You see what I mean? This is how this is distributed, right? So what does that mean? It means that by month 6, you're making $7,720 a month. This is what this would happen. But month 1, you're making nothing. See what I mean? This is very important to understand, that you have to stick with stuff, right? Okay, so let's keep going. So let's walk through some key performance indicators. So this is what's going to determine whether this lead gen strategy works for you or not. If you write bad posts, like you're not good at writing the service-based lead magnet, 5% of people will convert to paying clients. Okay posts, 5 to 10% will. Great posts, 10 to 30% will. You see what I mean? So if it's not working for you, it's highly probable that just what you're writing isn't good. Like you're just not good. You're just not good at delivering results. It's important to note that the strategy of the service-based lead magnets does work. You see what I mean? The things that will make it not work is if the free posts you're giving them are not good. Meaning you're not a good writer, you have grammatical errors, the ideas you're conveying are not insightful or don't make sense, the posts don't get any traction, right? These business owners will only work with you if they get results. That's the entire purpose of this. So if you can't get them results, then the purpose of paying you is absent. You see what I mean? You have to get the results. So if the strategy doesn't work for you after giving away 20 free pieces of work, then it might be a good idea to work on getting better at the actual delivery of the thing, because nobody's gonna pay you for stuff that just isn't good intrinsically. You see what I mean? You have to actually become good at the thing that you're delivering people. If I'm gonna go to the store and buy bananas, I buy the ripe bananas that aren't completely brown. If there's a bunch of brown bananas, I don't care how cheap, I won't even take the brown bananas for free. In fact, I would pay money to not have to fucking deal with the brown bananas. You see what I mean? Like if you're not good, you're more of a nuisance than you are an asset, right? How you'll reach the clients. So how do you even get in contact with people to give them the service-based lead magnet? So you're gonna do this via LinkedIn, DMs, and emails. This is so simple. Like please do not overthink this at all. Send connection requests to people and say, hey name, I can write you a free long form LinkedIn piece to post. Just accept my connection request and I'll start writing it, right? Once they accept your connection, start writing it. Don't wait for further permission. Like they already confirmed it via accepting the connection request. You see what I mean? So you want to make sure the person is at least relatively active on LinkedIn and only message people who appear as if they're running a successful business. Because if you're just targeting people who make zero money at all and they run an unsuccessful business and are completely broke and poor, like that's going to skew your KPIs and results, right? So the kind of person that's going to pay $1,500 per month for a LinkedIn post would necessitate they're making at least $20,000 $30,000 a month, right? If they're also just some random beginner trying to get started, it's completely useless for you to do this. They don't have money to pay you at all. You see what I mean? So you can find these people by identifying top posters on LinkedIn who get a lot of traffic, go through their comment section to find people engaging with them, open all the comments up in a new tab, sift through them manually, and make sure they have a website. And then ideally they're posting their own client results, or at least show they're active in social media and actively pushing traffic, right? So connect and message with these people manually. You do not need to automate this. Trying to automate this would just be a waste of your time for now. It's too much. It's useless, right? Just do it manually. If you can't get this to work manually, you're definitely not going to get it to work in an automated fashion. You see what I mean? Okay, cool. So let's walk through sales process. So you will keep a simple Google sheet of everybody you send connection requests to. It'll look like this, right? So over here, the link to this sheet is also in the description. Go to File, Make a Copy. Don't request to edit this sheet. File, make a copy. It's so funny. Every fucking time I do this with the sheet and I tell people to go file, make a copy, there's still some fucking idiot who requests to edit this sheet. I'll get like 30 edit requests on the sheet. It's actually insane. So don't be that person. This is how this works. LinkedIn URL. What you would do is you identify the person that you're going to message, copy your URL bar, paste it right here. And then when you send the connection request, check this. And then if they accept it, go back, check this. And then when you deliver them the post, check this, right? And then now, between these two, post delivered and call booked, this is where you're gonna be doing follow-up. You see what I mean? And then once they book a call, check this. And then between this and this is that 4-week sales cycle, and you're following up with them. Once they close, check this. You see what I mean? It's super simple, and this is completely free. Like, I just made this for you already. Just file, make a copy, and just use this and fill this out to get like fucking 300 of these. It's unreasonable that you do this at a sufficiently enough volume when it doesn't work. Like just do it. You see what I mean? And we talked about this earlier. Like, don't stop here. Don't stop here. Don't stop here. In fact, don't even stop here. Go fucking make 30 grand a month. Like, do this for a year. Like, you see what I mean? It's completely possible for you to do this. Like, you are intelligent and capable enough to do this. Like, this is not some secret club you have to be invited to make money. Like, you're allowed to do this. Like, you're not an idiot. Cool, let's talk about sales cycles. It's important to understand that some of these people would take 2 to 4 weeks to close, right? So you might have to send them multiple follow-ups, voice notes, selfie videos, maybe even more example posts for them to do. This is completely fine and normal, and operating a sales process for the rest of your life will work like this for every single offer you ever run ever, right? So it might seem like annoying, like, oh, these people are taking so long, this guy isn't responding to me, I feel like I'm being so annoying. Congratulations, you're gonna do this literally for the rest of your life, forever. Like, it's okay. This is completely normal, right? You are not annoying people by following up. You are simply reminding them. Okay, cool. Let's talk about negotiations real quick. Some people will ask for discounts. You should be open to take these while you're still in the beginning, right? So the reason why is simple. You need the maximum amount of people so that you can generate the maximum amount of case studies as quickly as possible. Just give people the discounts in the beginning, right? You're not valuable yet, but you will be valuable one day, but for now you're not. So just do it. So you are not in a position of leverage. You have no social proof behind you. Therefore, if you try to strong arm these people, it's just really not going to work out for you, right? You need to be gunning for 20 clients as fast as possible. Let's work out what it would take to sign 20 clients as fast as possible, right? So let's go back over here. Say you wanted to sign, you want this number to be 20. Say you wanted to do it in a month, right? So like you get to screw with this number here. Let's make it 300. There'll be 9 closes. Let's make it 600. That's 18. What about 630, 650. You see what I mean? So if you wanted to sign 20 clients in 6 months, you would just take 650 divided by 6. 108 a month. You need to do 108 of those a month, which is about 25 a week. If you could write 25 of these service-based lead magnets for free a week over 6 months, you will probably close 20 people. You will have 20 clients. You see what I mean? And if you're charging $1,500 a month, you'll be at $30,000 a month. Congratulations, right? You're a business owner now, right? Cool. Let's talk about scaling. So your ability to scale will be determined upon, are you able to get results for your clients? Are they happy, and do they stick around and keep paying you, right? So if we go back over to this churn number, this is super important. If you can make that 12, that's insane. Like the lifetime gross profit of each person substantially increases, right? If this is not the case, then you need to work on how to write better and get better results for them, right? If your clients are churning too much and they're only staying for an average of 1 month, then this is your biggest problem. You see what I mean? You are not good at what you do, and unless you solve this, you'll never be able to scale this business. If they are sticking around, then this is how you scale, right? So step 1, collect case studies. It's important that you produce the maximum amount of case studies with quantifiable results as much and as frequently as possible. This is it. So if I go over here, like I just showed you this is for our coaching program, Client Essentials. See how many people are on here? There's 66 of these right now. I think we got like 4 more this week. We have a Trust Pilot with like 150 5-star reviews. Like, dude, it's so important. Like, this guy got to $72,000 a month in Client Essentials. You see what I mean? Like, this is very important. Each case study should be created on a document and reveal the following information. How many impressions are they getting on LinkedIn? How many leads did they get? How many calls did they get? How many clients did they sign? You need the numbers. You need quantifiable, measurable results that are attributable to you. You see what I mean? So all these stats must clearly show that it's you who is responsible for these results. You might not be able to get all these numbers for every client, but you need to get the maximum amount of measurable results as you possibly can for each person. Each client might take 3 months of service to turn into a case study. So if you want a lot of case studies, you can understand that this process might take 4 to 6 months. You see what I mean? It's completely okay. It's completely normal. Just keep doing it. I promise you will make a lot of money. I promise you can do this. You, on the other side of the camera, you can do this. Right? Step 2, hire somebody to help you with fulfillment. You need to find and train somebody to be as good as you as writing these LinkedIn posts, right? You need to design a hiring funnel that put people through tests to assess their ability. Don't just take anybody. You need somebody who already has a base understanding of how to write. You will work alongside this person and have them watch everything you're doing for probably 1 to 3 hours per day on Zoom for 2+ weeks. You will give them projects, review their work, and tell them how to get better. Once they're trained, you will start offloading work onto this person, right? This is not some like third world, like $3 an hour VA. Like, this is not what this is. You see what I mean? Okay, cool. Step 3, start running ads. The previous 2 points should be sufficient to get you around $20K a month over the course of 4 to 6 months or so. Once you've done this, start spending $100 a day on ads to get people into your funnel. Right at this point, you have case studies to show, and your prices have probably been raised to $2,500 a month or so. It'll cost you $2,000 to acquire a new client. So month 1 of the client, you only make $500. Months 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 are all profit. You see what I mean? This is how you scale. This is how you scale. You stop spending your time to acquire customers, and you start spending your money because you have money now. You see what I mean? You make your money turn into more money. That's literally what investing is, except you're investing into your own designed vehicle that you own. You see what I mean? This is how this works. All right, cool. Step 4, build a sales team. Your ad budgets will gradually increase to $2,000 to $1,000 a day. I spend like $6,500 a day on ads right now. There will be tons of sales calls coming in, so you will need to hire a closer to manage this. Their full-time job will just be closing these deals. They'll work entirely on commission and close deals, give them 10 to 15% cash collected. We have a sales team that gets 8 full-time people right now. It's cool. So the process of scaling is simply repeating steps 1 to 4 over and over again. Literally, all you do to scale is step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, over and over again, forever to the rest of infinity. That's it. I promise. That's it. Cool. So do you want help doing this? You can sign up for my email list. Link is in the description. You can join the coaching program, Client Ascension, where we'll guide you through all this process one-on-one. That is $10,800 for 1 year to be in Client Ascension. That's at clientascension.com. This is what it looks like. You can watch this video if you want, and then you click this schedule a call button, and you fill out this application, and then you can talk to us. It's $10,800 for 1 year, a whole year of access, right? There's payment plans. You can split it up too. Or you can get a one-on-one call with me, DanielFazio.io. It's $1,000 per call or $4,000 a month unlimited access. I don't know. I might remove this at some point. Leave a comment if you got questions. Share. I love you. Peace. Bye.